the rates go down, if government is also going to be introducing indirect taxes, then goods are either going to be the same or even going to increase further. So I think the time lag is what we are seeing. That it will take a bit of time for this to reflect. And I guess, like I said, we rely significantly on imports. And so if the cost of imported goods is reducing, we are likely to see some goods also going down, the price of goods and services going
depends solely or not solely, I mean mostly also on fuel, which affect transportation and therefore the goods and services.
Dr. Rivers Sinopong is the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, OMCs. There's an association of these fuel pumps or the fuel stations across the country. So if we're speaking authoritatively about the prices of petroleum products at the pumps, he's going to take leave of us, but I still have Yao Latte with us. And then also shortly we would have Duncan Amoa join us as well. We continue the conversation from Parliament. This is a continuous coverage, a live coverage of the media budget review presentation expected to be presented by the Finance Minister in the next 1 hour and 30 minutes, all things being equal, in fulfillment of the Financial Administration Act of the Republic of Ghana. My colleagues Eric Mauna Egbeta, Michael Ogodo are here with me. My name is Alfred Okonse. We will cross over to Parliament now. And to give you a feel of what's happening in the chamber. But back to you in studio, Roland.
And again, comprehensively, Alfred has enumerated what the running order will be. We will intersperse this coverage with the pictures or live videos from the Chamber of Parliament. It is important for us to put this into perspective. The Finance Minister is supposed to come after 12 as Parliament convenes at 12. All right. So usually what the procedures are by way of the order and proceedings for the day, where we're going to have the speaker walking in, then we have the prayers, that is the normal proceedings, and of course they will do the normal undertakings for the vote and proceedings, where they take a look at the stock for those who were present from the last sitting, and then subsequently they look at the agenda for the day, and subsequently when they begin, then they will have to invite, if it's on the order paper agenda, the Finance Minister, Dr. Kesio Latofosen, coming in to brief Parliament. Of course, this is statutory, but in reality, his briefing Parliament, but because we have the options, have had it in the Fourth Republic of carrying this live, we say that is an address by the Finance Minister, a mid-year review, as well as if he has a supplementary budget, then he attaches that and then addresses the plenary, so to speak. So it's not necessarily that he's briefing the public, but rather briefing the public's representatives in Parliament, the plenary, so to speak. But it's what we bring you, Mr. Emisan. You wanted to make a point there. It's very crucial for us to address that very factor about why we don't have the dollar being transacted through the banks, but rather finding them for those who tend to offtake them, like the traders, the importers, for their suppliers to be able to bring them their orders on the street, because critically there have been concerns that why don't we take the options of enforcement. If you look at the Foreign Currency and Exchange Act, you also find that we have that enforcement bit that needs to be undertaken by entities. So, for example, Lawyer Sedgwick says the police training school curriculum heavily relies on the Criminal Offences Act 1960. And given this background, it's difficult for many police officers to wrap their heads around criminal infractions contained in other statutes. I.e., I'm sure it's referring to also the Foreign Currency Act as well. Then he says the Bank of Ghana needs to build the capacity of the police to effect arrests under BOG laws. And I give examples about Wampa did that. And then we also have Addison doing that post-2022, that period as well, all backfired because it creates panic in the system. How best do we ensure that you as finance ministry, you help the Bank of Ghana in sanitizing the system? If there's any possibility at all, Mr. Evisa.
Let's admit it. Because of the way the CD, we have interacted with the CD over the years since 1965, there is a natural affinity for foreign currency amongst Ghanaians, and you can't change it overnight. We have always been used to depreciation of the cedi, so people naturally over the decades have tended to save or preserve the value of their investment or the value of their money in foreign currency. So that's not something I think we can change overnight. But to affirm what you said, the Foreign Exchange Act 2006, Act 723, makes it clear that you don't need any foreign currency in Ghana to do any business. You don't need a dollar, you don't need a pound, you don't need a euro. As long as you are in Ghana, the only currency you need is the Ghana cedi. You don't need foreign currency, you don't need dollar to import. All you need is your cedis. When you put your cedi in your account, you instruct your bank, and your bank will transfer the foreign currency in which you want to transact in. But you see, to be very frank with you, because of other factors, some of our importers would want to get the foreign currency themselves and do the transaction themselves. Take it to the bank and do the transaction themselves. I mean, one of the reasons is that if I am building up to make a transfer, I have to build over a month. And I have always been used to the cedi depreciating. If I put 100 Ghana cedis down today, by next week, if I put the same 100 Ghana cedis down today, it will not be the same worth in foreign currency. So what we will do is that we will then buy it and put it down to preserve the value. But we are seeing a new trend where we see the cedi strengthening. So we can only encourage and also sound the caution that it's actually very illegal to go to the Abuchi to buy any form of foreign currency. You don't need any form of foreign currency to trade in Ghana. It's even illegal to price or advertise in foreign currency. So, like you said, enforcement, but we need, as a people, we also need to understand that after 60 years of being with the cedi, we have to trust in it. We have to believe in it. We have to be patriotic and do trade with it. But it's illegal to do anything. So the Bank of Ghana and the police have the discretion to crack the whip.
Okay, I have a question here. It says that tell the finance minister's advisor that preaching will not solve the problem, enforcement will. It says you are preaching.
Yes, I am preaching because you trace the history. Dr. Wampa did it. Dr. Addison did it. We saw how the market reacted. So, like Albert Einstein, we need to find a different way of achieving a different result. I'm sure that in the media budget, there will be, I'm sure there will be an announcement how we are going to deal with it. But enforcement will. And enforcement is with the law enforcement agencies, which will encourage them to do their work.
All right.
Don't know what to sell in 2025? Meet Axio, your AI-powered sourcing partner. Chat with Axio AI, ask follow-up.
Be good for the trader, but then you drive down prices to the extent that
water now. My strength is too much. Yes, yes, yes.